Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Legends. Last episode, we knocked out most of what is holding us back from Vice the Legend status. In this episode, well, to quote Doctor Strange, we're in the endgame now. It is worth noting, only one of the 3 treasure chests will be accessible in Shrine Island. To offset that, there are no random encounters, which actually should be a little concerning. And in fact, I'll show you what happens if you open one of the doors. Yep. Whoa. Well, Cupil's getting all excitable. You want to come over here? Now, you could have gotten this much earlier in the game, but I figured... Okay, yeah. Nah, I figured I was missing one. Well, there will be a bonus episode of sorts. I don't know if I'm going to put it at the bonus, or if I'm going to have it be... Well, no, wait. We might not, actually. If I'm not mistaken, there might be a cham or two in the dungeon proper. Alright, I'm going to do something a little late traditional. Normally, I would say how I love the music while setting up. Do that, but this is arguably a hot contender for my favorite dungeon music, and while I don't consider it the prettiest, it is so fitting. So, before I head in, I'm going to shut up and turn on... I don't know why. That is so fitting for this place. It is beautiful in the beginning, right? Peaceful, and then, but it's slightly off and you can't tell why. Like, this high-tech bastion of society of the old world, and then it slowly gets just a little more unsettling, just as you go along. And while I'm doing this, okay, so this is one of the other big guys. This guy's pretty on similar ground as the Dracoslith, but I mean, it goes from that to slowly but surely the realization of just what you're walking into. This is a derelict place, the remnant of a haunting society that made the wrong call. With the best of intentions, but still at the cost of a billion lives. The fact that the only thing that only you that other than the monsters and the machines, only you and Ramirez are left. And ultimately, while yes, you are running to save the world, it is something of a Pyrrhic victory. Because yes, Zalos will be stopped. Yes, the range will be stopped. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Yes, Ramirez will be stopped, but it will be at the cost of an old friend. Someone who was once good. Someone who once was a kind person. And now, we have to sit there and tear that down. Now, this first part is, well, this dungeon actually really isn't that complicated, and you know, in an odd way, I think that's fitting for the game's final dungeon. It doesn't need to be. It does what it set out to do. Okay, these are the hunters. As you could tell, they are the, it's kind of funny almost. We started off with these kinds of enemies near the beginning of the game, and now we're seeing them at the end too, so that's fitting. Alright. Now, if you want to know why I'm intentionally going the wrong route, I believe there is a jam or two in this area, and I'm making sure that I remember precisely where it is. Plus, it does kind of fill in the map in its entirety, which kind of can make backtracking a little difficult, but... And these are your hop riddles. If I'm not mistaken, one of these guys issues arguably what is the best equipable item. It's a Sylphite something. It's not gem. It's something different. But yeah, I thought I knew where it was. Okay, go through this door here. And no, the graphics are not messing up on you. They're kind of showing their age. There's the Serpent Strike again. So these are supposed to be drops native to this dungeon. That's what I thought. Alright. And just to fill in the map, why not? Actually, let me do this. What do I have on? Nope, I have the, At this point, I wouldn't even worry too much about most of the enemies' attack patterns. I think there's only 2 enemies in the game that Eternum won't one-shot. I'm still going to try it all the same. Yeah, I think we're well at that 2,500 point by this time. That has to have been more than... Alright. So I could be wrong, but... Only downside of all these random encounters is they do interrupt the dungeon music, which at this point, like I'd say between, it almost kind of ruins the ambiance of Rixus, the Dark Rift, and this place, so... Not too upset over it, it's just like, I wish I could have gotten... Alright. Okay. I mean, unless there's one in the next area, I think that's it. I could be wrong. I always seem to miss one. Can't ever remember which one it is. Alright. My favorite floor noise ever. Sarcasm. Okay, all or nothing, I guess. There it is. Okay, so that was all the chams. Okay, so ignore what I said earlier. Alright, so you've got these little teleporters, and on the surface it seems straightforward, but is this game ever so straightforward? As you can see, they look a little more pristine in this sector. Probably protected by the little bit more round, by being closer to the interior as opposed to the more worn down outer sector. Alright. Okay, and here it is. And this is the Guardian, and this is pretty much the last boss rehash in the game. And once again, I almost kind of consider this fitting in a way. You know, I'm gonna actually, I see there is a hunter. I'm gonna see if Eternum. Actually, can one-shot that or not. This is gonna kind of... I don't think it can. I think there is one other enemy that Eternum doesn't impact in this area, but if it does, holy crap, that is broken. Yep. It is immune to instant death, which makes sense. It is a Sylvite machine. Thankfully, Pirate's Wrath can pretty reliably put this thing out of commission.
That was easy.
I'm going to go through this door, and I'm going to think there's about maybe 3 or 4 chests in here. Moonberry, we don't need it, but there it is. Now we want to go to this second teleporter, not the first one. Okay, so it's not there. This is the strongest single enemy in the game. I'm going to try the same thing as last time. Like I said, I don't think Eternum works on it. It is the Line Arc. While this turn is playing out, I'm going to go ahead and look up its stats. Wow, okay. Eternum does one-shot it. Outside of that, it has 6193 HP, 516 defense, 300 attack, 344 defense, 114 vigor, 137 will, 344 magic defense, 170 quick, 20 agile, 120 hit percent, and 5 dodge percent. It does have a 90% resistance to silver, and it actually does have a 90% resistance to instant death. Let's see, what else would there be? This would be the Guardian. However, if I'm not mistaken, Eternum does ignore resistances. There it is. No? Did I overshoot it? I hope not. The map is not particularly helpful here. And what do you know? This is Lord Civil and Bane. Yep, they went there. They hid the final bounty battle behind the treasure chest. I've got to love the dedication. It's like, this is a magic continent. I will take this one myself. I can't remember if he does have a proclivity to use, Actually, yeah, I ain't taking chances. Okay, there we go. Right off the bat, man ain't messing around, and I am not regretting all those seeds I bought and used. I pushed it.
Be our shield. Shield of justice.
The subordinates are almost easier. It's almost easier to focus on Lord Bane himself because he will summon subordinates. Yep. He just did what we have to take several turns of setup and did it in one. And this is Pipes of Doom. It basically just summons another Zivelin Bane soldier to the side. So yeah, for those of you guys who are thinking this has been the same human being in every dungeon, no, it's not. It's technically several subordinates of the same human being. Bro looks like he's got a Millennium item on his forehead. And that is final Cupel. Yep, it eats the other guy and spits him out. As you can see, the Fina can actually hurt stuff now. Now it's just a matter of taking out foot soldiers. And there we go. That is the last we will encounter of any variant of Zillion Bane. Zillion Bane? Well, he got away. I guess that's a victory for us, kind of. He's on the wanted list too, right? Next chance we get, let's stop by Staylor's Guild. We gotta go get our gold. The Orb of Serenity. Yep, naturally, he's going after something that looks kind of expensive. Probably is. Alright. Now. Now you can get Bounty King Vice when you turn him in, but you won't get it a moment before. So now the next thing you want to do is kind of repeat that process, but instead of going down the second one. So you're not exactly hurting for experience here. Not quite as good as Looperland or fighting Elcian a bunch of times, but it'll do you. It'll get you good. Alright, now instead of skipping the first one, we want to use the first one. I don't know why, there's something interesting about So yeah, you can see my Pirate's Wrath is powerful enough from the numerous Elcian fights to put that down in one hit. Technically, you could put down a Line Arc in one hit too, I believe. And this should look familiar to you. It's not too far off from where we fought the destroyer. That having been said, I'm not going to go there yet. If you went through that door, you would be facing the final boss of the game. But instead, next episode, we're actually going to turn in that bounty for Zillion Bane, and then see if we get anything out of it. Until then, I'll see you next time.